Welcome back to my channel, and in this video I was attempting to do a XXL poly gel nail. I was actually going to use the 1, 2, 3 go method, and I totally failed. Now this was my second attempt at doing this, so I can't say I was a professional, but this is what happened. So I ended up prepping the nails, put on the primer, nails are prepped, and I'm going in with the base. So I based all the nails, and as you can see to the right, I had all the nail tips ready to go. So once I did that, I was tremendously happy. I wanted to tell my customer how these nails are going to be nice, and I was just chatting myself up, and I was really excited. But the downside to this was I was actually doing this set in the night, and I was actually tired at this time. But I was waiting on my client, and she finally got here, and I had to start working. So as you can see, that's the first time I ever used the purple from the polygel kit. And the polygel kit is the Ohuhu polygel. And I ended up using 70% alcohol for my slip solution. And I'm attempting to use the purple color for the first time. So what I ended up doing, I ended up just putting the polygel in the nail. So when I was doing that, as you can see, the nail came off. Alright, so I ended up using my slip solution and attempting to put the polygel in the back of the nail. So once I did this, before I did it on a shorter set of nails, and I had no issues. But the short set that I did use, I had put glitter in the nail. So if there were any negative spaces, then it would just, I guess, camouflage for those spaces. But in this one, I decided to go with a full purple instead. So once I'm putting in the purple, I noticed that there were spaces, like colors not being covered up. So I attempted to pull down the polygel more, just to make sure everything is covered. Now previously, when I did do this method, I ended up putting a lot of polygel behind the nail, and when I did put it on my hand, it just felt very uncomfortable. So I told myself, okay, so the second time when I do the polygel, what I would do is put less in the nail, seeing that these nails aren't gonna be removed from the polygel itself. This set, you wear the nails with the polygel attached to it. Attempting to fill up the nail with the polygel, but not using so much polygel to do it. So at this point, the polygel was just getting sticky, and I was really getting annoyed. I was looking at the time, and at this time at night, it was probably around maybe say 6:30. And a set like this normally take about 2.5, 3 hours, and I really didn't want my customer to be there getting her nails done 9, 10 o'clock in the night. So in my mind, I was like, okay, should I continue with this, or should I just go ahead with the acrylics? But she was excited, and I already done talked her into getting the polygel. So at this point, I just could not back out. But I was having major issues. Now, once I got the polygel in the nail, I said, okay, this is fine. I'm going to use it. So now what I ended up doing, I ended up finishing the polygel, and I turned it over, and I noticed I had all this negative space, and I was just not happy. So, quick thinking, I was like, okay, let me put some gold foils in here, or some gold glitter, or something gold to camouflage a negative space. But at this point, it was too late, because I already had put the polygel in the nail, if I wanted to do that, I would have had to put the base, then the glitters, then the poly gel, but I already had put the poly gel, so anything now would be on top of the poly gel. Like, you have to do it the opposite way when you're doing poly gel behind the nails. Whatever you want to show up front, you got to do first. So in this case, if I wanted glitter, I couldn't do it anymore. So I attempted to go with my idea of putting the glitter on the nail and then put the poly gel on. So I'm actually putting in the base, and once I finish the base, I'm going to add some glitter to it and then see it if after that I could add the purple and I won't get so much negative space. So that's what I'm attempting to do right here. My mind is just like thinking, okay, let me do this to avoid the negative spacing, right? So I ended up just doing this on all 10 nails, just putting the glitter. So this actually is some glitter that I had, some gold glitter, and I'm just wiping it on, and I already had applied the D&D base gel to the back of the nails. So now you know where my mind was going with this. So gold glitter for the back, and then I was gonna put the purple, so once I get any negative space, it would look more like a design and not a disaster. So that's what I was trying to do to cover up all the negative space. Now I can't say if I did the polygel on top of the nails if I would still have the same problem, or maybe this kind of gel was just so see-through to where, you know, that's just gonna happen, right? That's why I don't like gels sometimes, because it's so translucent, and sometimes some gels are just so see-through, and sometimes you don't need something to be see-through. Sometimes you need something to be solid, and that's why sometimes I hate working with gels. I did keep the nails that already had the glitter in the back of them because I just figured that would be a nice design. And I'm just going in with my glue, and now I'm just adding the nail tips on, and then I'm just going to blend them out. And then I'm thinking, okay, I might have to go to Old Faithful, which is the acrylic, because at this time of night the poly gel is not working out. Now sometimes when you're doing something and you realize it's not going to work out, instead of continuing your customer, hey, I wanted to give you something special and it's not working out, so we're going to go to something else that's going to give you a better result at this moment, and then we could try that again another time. So basically that's what I explained to her. She was okay with it, and I told her, hey, let's see how this poly gel worked for the pinkies, but the rest of them I'm not comfortable doing the poly gel, so we're going to just continue with acrylic. She was all right, and we just continued. So while I was doing this, I was kind of nervous because I didn't know if the glue was going to stick on top of the base gel that was already cured. Now I did go in, I'm not showing it on camera, but I did go in and drill off that base. But for some reason in my mind, I was just like, I hope nothing happens, right? Because sometimes when you're using two different chemical compounds, sometimes you'll have issues, right? And then also remember, I had put gel on the back of these nails, so I didn't know how the gel on the back of these nails was going to react with the glue that I'm now putting on the nail bed. It was just so much going on. I felt like this was an epic fail, but knowing me, I don't give up. So I was just hanging in there, right? And like I said, I'm just continuing putting on the glue. So now instead of me doing a polygel nail, now I'm doing a XXL long, sexy, coffin shaped acrylic nail set. All right, so here we go. Now I'm adding on some pink. At this point, I'm just really concerned about reinforcing the base. So I'm just going in and putting as much pink acrylic I can on the base because I do not want these nails to break or pop off, because these are long XXL nails. So I'm just reinforcing the base. So on this, I'm actually doing a backward ombre, and I'm just starting out by just actually moving from the cuticle onwards to the free edge instead of doing it the opposite way. The nails is kind of reinforced at the back because I did add some gel from the back of the nail, but I'm just making sure that everything is smooth on the front and the top of the nail. And I'm just kind of going in with, as many balls as I can, because after attempting that polygel, my nerves was like a little bit shot. And at this point, I am not trying to let my customer feel like I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just moving ahead and just trying to make sure that everything is perfect at this point. No more mishaps. I can't do anything else wrong. I got to just make sure I just keep laying that acrylic and just, reassuring her that, this is going to be better than what I attempted before. But as you can see, if you look at the pinky is like all over the place. Like the pinky is a polygel. And I was really upset. But at this point, you know what? Polygel is something new for me, and I need to do more of it before I can start giving it to customers. I thought I was actually ready, but I'm really not. So in my next video, I'm going to try to do more polygels, because I already had bought the whole kit and I can't just have it sitting there and not do anything with it. So instead of me doing it behind the nail, I'm going to try to do it on top of the nail and see how that works out instead. So right now, once I finish all the nails, I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can find some purple or orange or some other color. So at this point, I'm going to go in with another color and do a ombre. So I was thinking about using another color, but I was like, you know what? I needed something lighter. So I did go in for the Mia Secrets, just kind of like a lavender light purple color. I didn't want anything that was like a dark purple like the polygel. I was trying to soften it up because in my mind I wanted to do something, a little bit extravagant, and I did not want the background colors to be overbearing so you wouldn't notice the designs on top. So I just trying to go in for a softer look, and that's why I decided to use this lavender purple. Now, once I'm finished doing the lavender on the nail, I'm just making sure that it's not covering all the nails, because I want it to have kind of like a clear nail at the tip, right? I don't want it to be like 2-color ombre. It's more like a 3-color effect, like the glitter from the back, clear at the tips, lavender in the middle, pink at the base. I wanted it to have like that kind of a look. So that's why you see me pushing back the purple if I noticed that too much of the purple was coming towards the tips. So on the polygel nail, I decided to just go ahead and just put some pink, because at the bottom where the polygel was, it was so clear once I put the polygel on, and it was just not giving a good look. So I just ended up doing a little small ombre on that nail. So now I'm going in with my 80-100 grit file, and I'm just shaping up these XXL long nails. And to be honest with you, when I was doing this nail, I was excited, but at the same time, I kind of felt low-key failure because that polygel was just still weighing on my mind. Like I really, really wanted to do a good job on it. But, once I see I was failing, I knew I needed to go in with some more practice. But it was still weighing on my mind, and I still really did feel uncomfortable about even attempting to do it and not following through. But these acrylic nails, they were coming out nice. So my spirit was, getting back in the right place where it needed to be. And I'm just trying to finish up this set and at the same time think, okay, what can I do to make up for my failure? So that's what I'm doing right now, thinking about while I'm actually filming and doing the nails, because that polygel, it just had put my spirit in a bad place. And sometimes when you're doing nails, like nail techs, we go through this to where we fell in the beginning and then we just felt like, okay, this set is just a bad set. But actually, this set was not a bad set. This set came out really, really nice. That's why in life you can't give up on anything, because no matter how something starts out, that's not how it's going to end, right? Nobody knows the outcome, because these nails were actually some beautiful nails. So let's just continue and, watch it till the end so you can see the beautiful end result. So I'm actually cleaning the cuticles right now. I'm sweeping the cuticles. Like, if I don't do this to nails, I might have lifting. So I don't want to take any chances. I mean, it's ways where I could just go and use my bit, because my bit does a lot. But for me right now, I don't want to take any more chances. And my client, she is paying a lot of money for this set. She is paying $175. And I want to make sure I'm not messing up any more on her hands. So I'm making sure I'm doing everything right, everything properly, to the best of my ability, to make sure that she is happy. Like, at this point, I'm not even thinking about my happiness and my failure with that poly gel. I'm just thinking about, let me finish this. Let me not take all night, right? Because I don't need her sleeping in my chair and say, oh, Josie takes so long on my nails. But like I say, sometimes these long nails and difficult work, it takes time. This is not going to be 15-20 minutes, because the length of the nails is already long. Like, everything is long and everything is extra. So she came in mind to wait about 2-3 hours. So I don't want to go past that. So finally we got to the good part, and all I had to do was just apply the good stuff. So anyway, I am using acrylic because, like I said, I don't trust gel glue for this kind of stuff, because somebody's paying you a lot of money. You're trying for their nails to stay on. Like, you want everything to stay on. And for me, these kind of big charms, they work better with acrylic. Now, I can't say I've used gel glue to do these, because I wouldn't even chance it. But people have done it and it has worked. But until I get some gel glue that actually work, and it's not like, dries the top of it and then underneath is sticky. Right now, I'm just working with the acrylic because it works. So I did take off that little baby seahorse, because she did say, hey, I don't like that. So I was like, okay. So I changed it out for something else, and it still looks pretty. But you know what? Client always comes first. So if I'm doing it and she said, I don't like it, I'm not going to fight with her. I'm just going to change it, move on, get these nails done, get paid, get your money, right? That's the mindset you need to have. Clients need to be happy. You don't want clients leaving and then they're like, oh, she gave me this big old seahorse and I don't want it. No, you don't fight with clients. Whatever client wants, if the client thinks it doesn't look good, then don't do it. All right. So I just took that off real quick. No second guessing. Move on, put something else. She's happy with the stuff I'm putting on. Everything is looking good. At this point, I'm happy too. So guess what? We're working together, right? She's participating in her nails getting done, right? If clients are participating in getting their nails done in a good way, then you know, okay, they're going to like it. So now I'm just adding some gems to the pinky. And I did tell my client, say, hey, listen, if anything happened to those pinkies, I am fully responsible. So we're going to use those as testers and see what happens. Okay. So I gave her that option and she was cool with it. So we'll see what happened to the pinkies in 2 weeks. If they held up with the poly gel or did they pop off, right? So now I'm just adding on my sealant, my gel sealant, and I'm just going in making sure all these 3D stuff is secured. So, between the acrylic and the gel seal, everything should be on there solid and nothing should be popping off, right? Because nails long like this, you want to make sure everything is secured. If a client's paying you good money, you want to make sure that nothing is popping off, all right? And that's why I trust the acrylic to do this. But like I said, I have not used any of those gel glue to put on charms, so I can't say. But from experiences, from what I've heard other people say, I'm not feeling comfortable to let my clients walk out with just gel glue. All right, so I'm just going in and I'm just finishing up the gel seal and just making sure everything is secure, and it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm actually feeling happy about the set, and this is what it came out looking like, and I was happy. Yes, I was happy. Woo, client was happy too. I mean, listen, this set took some work, but hey, it's cute. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think